Teachers use the assessment and planning cycle to document and progress children's learning. The ongoing monitoring, assessment and planning of children's learning and development is a strength-based process to progress learning for all kindergarten children in each learning and development area of the QKLG. The assessment and planning cycle is used by teachers as a part of everyday play, inquiry projects, routines and transitions in planned and emergent experiences. It is an ongoing process and includes observation, analysing, learning, planning, implementing and evaluating, or reflecting on the learning and development of children.
We looked at with the assessment cycle, what do we need to do? We need to start with the observing, we need to start, this is where we want to get to, and we needed to backtrack those steps. It's not just observations, we also have work samples and we also pull photos and we also have those things as well. So it's not just observation, anecdotal observation, we also have a range of other ways of collecting that information.
So we do our observations, we write our learning analysis, so what the kids gained from doing that activity, and that can be, child-led through play, or sometimes it's, we've got a structured activity and you go, I think I'll be able to write an observation about that. So you write your learning analysis, so what the kids actually gained from that. Was it trusting the educators, which is a lot at the start of the year? Look, Miss Wade, this is what I've done. They're showing trust in me because they're wanting to show me what they're able to do.
And so the QKLG talks about children being in an exploring or an emerging or an extending state, and it lets us look and say, well, where do they fall into that continuum, and how can we then move them on? So I sit and plan with my teacher aide, who is in that kindergarten teacher aide role, and we look for opportunities within the program that I'm doing in the classroom. Where can we come together? What are the opportunities there in the work that we're doing? And then taking the knowledge that we have of the kindergarten students, if there's a particular session where perhaps they're not going to join us in the classroom, what do they want to do? What are they going to benefit from? And those conversations you have with the kindergarten students. And we have a programming template that we use, and part of that template includes, and this is for the benefit of new staff we have coming in, sort of has those question prompts for them where it tells them to pause, say to the students, what did you enjoy doing today? What would you want to do tomorrow? And, we add that into our planning template. And then when we sit down and on our planning days, we look at that and say, okay, we're going to bring this element in. They really enjoyed that. Perhaps they want to revisit something they did a week or two ago. And we go back and find those notes and then put them into our planning template.
The kids have their talk time in the morning. We have a focus child for the day as well, which means that we try and converse with them and look at where they are at, what they want and all those types of things. We bring stories from home in through that talk time as well. Once a week we have a sit down and we do our pre-planning, which is a small group rotation where we sit down, we talk about what we've been doing, what we like to do, and talk about what that might look like. And then from there, that then feeds into their planning for the coming weeks.
And then we do a where to next section. So a list of a couple of activities that we can do to extend that knowledge. And that's a bit of our assessment of going, did that actually extend the kids? What could we do different? What could we do better?
The outcomes in kindergarten are different to the outcomes you see in schools. You're not sort of assessing every couple of months or saying, where's your formative assessment and all those sort of things, but you're more looking at the growth of the children.
Today we've seen how teachers implement the assessment and planning cycle to support quality teaching and learning. For more information about the assessment and planning cycle, visit the Australian Children's Education and Care Quality Authority website.